So we're giving Betsy an oil change. It's just had the fuel pump refurbished and it was leaking diesel into the oil, which isn't very good. So she's right up to the top of the dipstick. So we're just going to give her an oil change, because I've never changed the oil in this. Last service was 17th of May. I think that's 16. So, see how much oil comes out. It's a hot oil change, it's been running for about 20 minutes. I'm not going to change the filter just now, because I'm going to put fresh oil in it and run it for about a month and then give it a full oil and filter change. Help if I take the cap out at the end. Where are we? That's 5 litres of 1540 Halford's engine oil. It's right up to the top of the dipstick. just below. Right, let's see if she goes. Right, so as you've probably just seen, digger's been off the road for about 2 months and we've just had it fixed. Basically, we had the fuel pump refurbished, which is that bit there, and then it wouldn't start. So the solenoid somehow had gone faulty, so we had to have a new solenoid on. Had to get a guy out to do that. He did that Sunday, went to start it yesterday, wouldn't start again. So he came out early hours this morning, and that lever there, that works the rack with the solenoid. The rack inside had seized up over the week. Basically, because it hadn't been run for long enough, the oil and the diesel hadn't got into the rack and lubricated the seals, so it was stiff. So we had to take the pump out, lubricate it with WD-40 with the lithium grease stuff in it. Put it back in, mess about with it. We ran it without the solenoid on, and we had it, you can see the oil running down there. We had it running, start, stop, running, start, stop, and we did that for about an hour and a half until he was happy that, you know, it was working properly. So then I've had a rest for a couple of hours, and I've come back out. I've had it running for about 20 minutes to warm the oil up, because it's about 700 hours since it last had a service. And I've drained all the oil out on a hot oil change. Some people will tell me that's wrong. Some people like to do them cold. But we've given it a hot oil change, drained all the oil out. We've left it about half an hour for it to completely drip out. You will have seen me there putting the sump plug back in. Now, when I took that out, that had got loads of PTFE plumber's tape on it, so I presume that's had a problem with it leaking. So I've had to clean that up, put new PTFE tape on it, and then I've given it 5 litres of 1540, which is the correct oil for this. There's also a problem with it overheating, but the radiator was completely gubbed up with dust and crap. It's a work digger, it's not a showpiece. So I've blown the radiator out, cleaned the radiator, just had it running for about half an hour there, and it's not overheating now. So normally what happens is I've got a red light on these JCBs, and that squeals when the oil or the engine's hot. It's like an overheat thing. And we've also given it a new air filter. Now, if you can hear a noise on this, that's that battery. I think it needs a new battery. If you can hear it hissing, and it's a bit wet over the top of it, that's not a good sign. Especially not if you have to jump start these. It'll probably end up sparking and blowing up in my face. It's happened a few times on old tractors. So, you know, we've changed the air filter, changed the oil. I've not changed the oil filter or the diesel filters yet, because what I'm going to do is run it for about 50 hours, and then I'm going to give it another oil change, probably a cold oil change. I've got another drum of oil there. I've got a new oil filter, but for some reason I need another diesel filter. I've only got one diesel filter that came from JCB in the service pack, which is this one. But for some reason this one's got a secondary diesel filter hiding down here. I don't know if it really needs that or not, but I'll need to get one of them. And we'll give it a proper service in about 50 hours when it's done a bit more work. And hopefully old Betsy will live to fight another day. I've also got some repair patches for that exhaust. Probably see the sea air's got into it. New exhaust, £278, so I've bought some bits off eBay, a bend and a clamp and some exhaust paste. I'm hoping to cut that and just do an old-fashioned repair on it to keep her going. But that is the old JCB 804. None of the lights work now because we live next to the sea. Anybody that lives near the sea in Scotland will know the sea air, the salt, keeps getting into the electrics, so literally she starts and stops, nothing works. That fans have stopped working, the heat of the lights. Really need to get Darren, that came and gave me a hand to get this going, really need to get him back out and do a few jobs on it. But that's just an update of what's going on here. I know people that follow us think probably that we're just building the bothy, but there's a hell of a lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes, and this is why sometimes work starts and stops, because you can't get materials, machines keep breaking down. This tractor in the shed here, the clutch is stuck and it needs an engine rebuild. It's only done 1,200 hours since new, but sadly I think she's got a cracked piston ring and a flat tyre and a flat battery, so I'm going to get a new battery on her, and that'll be a Sunday load on the F. Williams trailer to take it to the guy's workshop, get a new clutch in her and the engine rebuilt, and hopefully that'll be ready for spring. So if you wouldn't mind giving the video a like, dropping us a comment, giving us a thumbs up, really helps the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.